on Sports. Listening to High on Sport. Yeah.
All right. Is that our man?
Bong.
You know who that is, don't you?
Who is that?
That's Bong Crosby.
That's Bong Crosby.
Uganda National Musical Savant.
He's the man.
Bong Crosby, one of our favorite artists here at Mediocre Records.
Moving up the charts, baby.
Any of y'all want some bong, you just need to holler at us and we might hit you a little bootleg coming out. Little Bong Crosby. Anyway, more importantly, in the NBA tonight, Toronto plays Orlando, the Clippers play Minnesota, Dallas plays New Orleans, Oklahoma City and my Celtics get together at 7 p.m., Atlanta and Utah, Detroit and Phoenix play tonight at 9, and at 9:30 it's Houston and the Portland Trailblazers. That's your NBA talk here on High on Sports.
Well, no, we didn't mention LeBron. And LeBron. There we go. Okay.
Is LeBron playing tonight?
I don't know, but you just got to mention him in your update. LeBron.
Okay. LeBron. All right. What we have here in Nashville, Tennessee is a very good hockey program, as they were the first to clinch the playoffs. And then I guess Tampa Bay clinched.
They did it last night.
Yeah,
last night
or the night before. Yeah.
I'm really intrigued with this Tampa Bay Nashville scenario. Both teams are very eerily similar, in my opinion.
They are.
And with that, well, they got two good goaltenders. We have Pekka Rinne, and they have.
Pronounce it.
What's his name? It's Vasilevsky. It's like Vaseline. Vasilevsky.
Vasilevsky.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from Russia?
Yes.
Yes, he is Russian.
Of course he is. All right. So do we have the numbers on Vasilevsky versus Rinne?
Yeah. As far as wins go, they're tied with 40 wins apiece. Vasilevsky actually has a few more losses. He's got 14, where Rinne's got 9.
Boom.
The goals against average, Rinne is third at a 2.21 goals against average. Vasilevsky's not even in the top 5, so that's good. Save percentage, Carter Hutton again leads the league in save percentage. Pekka Rinne second with a 931. And Vasilevsky's nowhere in the top 5. Shots against, he's second, 1,854 shots against. Rinne's not in the top 5 in that. But the big one, shutouts. Pekka has got 8 on the season. Vasilevsky's got 7 on the season. So we're looking at a Vezina Trophy year for Rinne, I believe.
I do too. I'm going with Rinne.
I'm going with
those are really the only two guys that can get it.
Monster block.
I was doing that all weekend, irritating my daughter.
Yeah.
We'd walk down the street and I was like, monster block.
Everybody knows what you're doing.
Yeah, they know.
The interesting fact about the Lightning and the Predators is that the Lightning also has a leader right now for the Norris Trophy with Nicholas Lidstrom.
They can. They can score in the points, not just goals, but in the points. They've got the number one.
I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. It's not Nicholas Lidstrom. He played for the Red Wings.
Nice.
But they've got that guy on Victor Hedman. Doesn't he play for the Tampa Bay Lightning?
I don't know. Nikita Kucherov plays for them. He's got 93 overall points. He's leading the league. And Steven Stamkos is 5th in the league with 84 points.
Yeah, we all know who he is.
That is
the captain.
Man, they are some scoring fools.
So today, if you have Tampa Bay versus Pittsburgh, who are you taking?
Tampa all the way. They got everybody. They
Who do I think would win that? Probably Tampa. Who would I rather us see in the Stanley Cup? The Penguins.
Don't we play Tampa Bay soon? Don't we have them? Do we not?
No.
Didn't we play them just a few? We didn't play them a week ago or so.
No, we
couple
played
weeks
them
ago.
a couple weeks
Couple weeks
ago,
ago.
and we lost, correct? I
think
believe
we
we
did.
We
lost.
tied.
Did we tie?
Yeah, I think we lost in a shootout
Right.
or overtime.
Well, other names to think about is Eric Carlson, who got some terrible news today,
That's awful.
which we will just leave that be. But our prayers to the Carlson family. They lost their son today. Also, you have Duncan Keith, who's had quite a year. Brent Burns is always good. Drew Doughty's always good. And PK Subban is also very good. Now, who will you take in that for the Norris Trophy?
I'd like.
tough.
I mean, the homer in me says PK, but I think. I don't know, man.
PK does a lot that you don't
That's-
notice sometimes during the game.
But Carlson's team, he won't get it because his team's so bad.
Right.
PK's cooled off a lot in terms of scoring over the last month or so.
Who do you think's going to get it?
I would think that Hedman's probably going to get it, but I would think that when you line up Tampa Bay and you line up Nashville with Roman Yossi, Subban, and then you have Hedman and Kucherov, that's both those teams are set up the same. I just think that Nashville is a little bit deeper
Yeah.
in the four lines because
Well,
all four lines for Nashville are playing quite well.
Those two teams are fighting for the President's Cup for the most points. It's going to come down to that if they get into the finals, whoever's got home ice.
Right.
Right.
So you'd hope that Nashville would get it.
Those four lines we put out last night were pretty tough.
Yep.
If you just
Big game tonight. I know y'all make fun of me because I'm a Toronto fan, but Toronto's third in the East, and they play Tampa Bay, so they could help the Predators tonight.
And then
Yeah.
the Maple Syrups come to Nashville Thursday night
Yep.
to play a well-rested Predators team.
Yeah, they have, 3 days off?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have the Jackets and the Rangers play tonight. Edmonton plays Carolina. Nobody cares.
The Jackets are on a roll right now.
Pittsburgh and New York Islanders. That'll be a good game.
Chimes.
Dallas and Washington. Nobody cares. Philadelphia, Detroit. Nobody cares. Toronto and Tampa is the big game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also have Florida, Ottawa, L.A., Winnipeg, which could
See,
be
L.A., that's who the Nashville would play right now if the playoffs started this week.
interesting.
L.A.'s playing good. I don't know if you want to. You kind of want them to win a lot at the ends to move up to 7th or get out of the playoffs altogether because they're playing really freaking good.
Also, you have the Devils playing the Sharks tonight. That would be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both playoff contention.
Minnesota's
teams.
kind of on a little roll right now.
Minnesota is. They're getting wild.
They are wild,
But
aren't they?
But that's very interesting. The Predators are playing well. Of course, they're not losing.
No, they're not.
They're not losing. They're scoring. They're winning on the road. Can this keep up?
I know. Well, we got 10 games. Yeah, everybody's got 9 or 10 games left.
I think it'll keep. I think they could keep it up. I think they've got the confidence, and I think when they step on that ice right now, they know that no matter what happens, they can overcome.
And they want that President's Trophy.
Yeah,
I don't.
that's
That's kind of.
Have they won that before?
I don't think so.
No.
They got close one year, but I think the Capitals took it.
The thing is, if you work so hard for the Predators or for the President's Trophy, and then you're like, oh yes, we won that, but then you got the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's. And then the record of the President's Cup winner is not very stellar.
well,
in the
usually it's
playoffs.
because it's Washington, and they
that's
suck
true.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's funny if they win the President's Cup in their Washington because that's where the presidents are.
That is spectacular.
Wow. Has anybody else got anything about hockey?
Let's see. Any good news going on here?
Are there any openings coming up soon for the for games?
Well, the maple syrups play Thursday. I know somebody that probably wants to go, but I'm not going to sit by a maple syrup fan. But we'll see.
I will be in blue and white.
I think the
That's a traitor.
The advertising department wants to go, so we'll just have to see about that.
That's a traitor right there.
Speaking of I want y'all to listen.
The advertising department has a good time at the game.
She does. Sad news out of
Real quick before you do the sad news, just say happy birthday to Bobby Orr, 70 today.
Wow,
Bobby
Orr. He's probably still good out there.
So when he listens, we do have a
knocking
listener
around.
in Boston. Shout out to Boston. So
Shout
maybe
out
it's
to
him
Boston.
because he still lives in the Boston area.
Matt Murray looks like he's going to be coming back just in time. He's been out for the past 3 weeks.
Didn't he do that last year as well? Didn't he get hurt at some
Right,
point?
and
Yeah.
Fleury played about the same time.
That's
actually.
kind of fishy.
They said that he could be back for the playoffs.
Yarncrow?
Yeah, if they could
Yeah.
get into the second round.
Yarncroft.
Did they ever actually say what happened? I'm thinking like either
Lower body.
dislocated shoulder or broken wrist
Or upper
something.
body.
He had a whole body injury.
Upper body.
Yeah,
Upper body injury.
he had a whole body injury. Tomorrow, I'm just going to put this out there. The advertising department wanted me to tell you guys, and we'll just do it on the podcast. They're having a party at the Marathon Music Works tomorrow.
Motorworks.
Whatever.
You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about. And they are having beer and pizza, and it's for something for Oyster Easter, and she wanted y'all two guys to come.
Okay.
So there'll be plenty
Nice.
of drink and plenty of ladies.
Well, I'm not drinking.
Right, but you can hang out with me and
Yeah.
have
And
Red
not
Bull.
drink.
And have Red Bull. But it would be a good place for us to sort of get the word out, maybe
hand out
pass
some
out
cards.
business cards.
Because you'll get asked there, like, what do you do for a living?
Right.
I'm a
absolutely.
sportscaster.
I'm
What's
a
your show?
broadcaster.
High on Sports. We're on iTunes.
Well, we're not only on iTunes, we have our own website.
Yes,
which
we
that's-
have our own
website.
website. We're
That's a
on
big
SoundCloud. We're on iTunes. We're on
we're
Podknife.
about on everything.
Yeah.
And now we've got highonsports.org.
We need to get on Comcast cable.
That's backwards, but if you're high, you'll be able to read it.
highonsports.org on Twitter at highonsports2. And each word is capitalized.
Right.
Facebook.
Facebook. is
Facebook.
High on
Capital
Sports.
H high on sports, all lowercase.
Lowercase s.
Of course, the also in hockey, the GM talks are starting this week, into this week.
Right.
They're already started.
Okay, and they're going to really get into detail about the goalie interference.
Yes, and they have decided not to change the offside rule. They've already voted on it.
Really?
They left it the same.
This goaltender interference, though,
They've got to do something.
something about that because that
That's-
just kills the game.
Yeah.
Asian NHL pioneer Kwong has passed away at the age of 94 in Canada.
Oh,
I know we were all big Kwong fans.
Yeah.
we were huge.
Also, Kulikov to miss 8 weeks for the Jets. He will be back after back surgery. I hate that.
Well, he's going to miss.
8 weeks.
He's going to miss the playoffs. Then.
8 weeks.
No, he won't. It depends on how far they go.
He's going to miss the playoffs then.
Probably most. Well, they're not going to get that far.
Exactly.
They're not going to get that. And Ryan Getzler.
That's your pick to win it all.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
changed.
That's right. No, I changed it. I
changed that
thought I
now,
changed
though.
it to Pittsburgh,
Oh, you
Well,
did.
of course you
last
did.
week.
Yeah.
my other hometown.
Yeah. You got a Pittsburgh jersey?
I do.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sweater.
today I'm wearing
Sweater.
Boston
Boston
University.
U, not-
Boston University, not Boston.
Did I tell you
State.
when I went to
Don't say it. I know you know it. What's their mascot? Boston U,
Boston U? I don't know.
the Terriers.
Terriers. Come on, Jesus.
Who
Johnson,
cares?
Jones, what the
That's
hell?
that's up north. I meant to tell you.
It's right by
I went-
Fenway.
Yeah, it's nice. When I went to the game a couple weeks, the Anaheim game. Sat with a buddy of mine and his sister, and her son plays for Father Ryan hockey. And I asked about the sweaters, and they do sell those. So I think I'm gonna try to get me one.
You ought to.
Nice.
And
Be
get
cool.
Griff one.
Father Ryan. I just
You get your name on there. Get your name on there and the number.
Griff.
Griff,
Griff, if you're listening,
Griff,
we love you.
high on Griff.
So that's the NHL. It's getting down to crunch time. It doesn't get any better for us than the NHL playoffs. Of course, also, I guess it's 3 weekends from now. I'll go ahead and play the theme music.
Oh, I know what you're
We're
gonna
waiting.
Well, we got to dub that in later.
It's
I know. what
Is
you're
it
gonna
2
do.
weeks or three?
2 weekends from this weekend.
No.
Yeah.
It's 3 weeks, or is it the same weekend
No,
as
because the
Easter?
Final Four is next week. We have this weekend. The Final Four is the next weekend, and it's the next
April 5th through the 8th.
Yeah.
So that's 3 weeks from
Hello,
now.
friend.
from 3 weeks from this past weekend.
Tiger Woods did quite well at Bay Hill at Arnold Palmer tournament.
Live from Butler Cabin.
Northern Irishman Rory McIlroy
Oh, God.
won. He hadn't won in quite a while either.
Not a Rory guy.
Was sort of pulling for old Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Of course, he plays all those clubs that are the same length.
Yeah.
I tried that, and I sucked just as bad as I did with clubs that don't
I just
have-
play with the 7-iron.
Rory was playing out of his butthole, though. He was playing good.
Well, when Rory starts playing good, he gets that hop in his step, which
Yeah.
is irritating.
Yeah,
It's
that's why I don't like
You
him.
look like a little 8-year-old.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
But when he pouts like a little kid, too, when he's not playing good.
I'm gonna go.
That's why I don't like him.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna go local. Brett Snedeker.
No,
Masters.
you need to go to Luke List. He's the one. He's the Vandy grad that's
You
playing
mean
good
Brent
right now.
Snedeker?
I said Brett
You
Snedeker.
said
Brant
You said
Snedeker, not Brett.
Brant.
Brant.
BRANDT.
I thought it was BRENDT.
No, it's Brant.
I wonder if he'd
B-R-A.
come on the show, even though we don't really have a diehard Vanderbilt fan here.
Even though we don't know his name.
Sneds.
Snedders.
I know his brother's. I know his brother's name is Hames.
Yeah, Hames. He went to Ole Miss.
Hames. That's a rich boy name if I ever heard of. Hames.
Well,
Snedeker
Brant,
went to.
Order for Hames.
Yeah, he's a local boy though. The other guy, is he local? You know, Snedeker went to NBA.
Hames went to
Not
Not
Hames.
his
List.
brother. List.
Oh, List.
Your list is on my list.
Yeah. You said he went to Vandy, but is
He did go to Vandy, but no, I don't know where he went.
Yeah,
to.
Well, we don't
Snedeker's-
care if
yeah.
he's. Who
Snedeker's
cares?
a local boy. He went to NBA. Even though I hate
Vandy
NBA.
has people from India go there.
No.
I mean, good grief. Anyway,
Come on.
Just saying, he's the only good Vandy player right now.
our next segment here on High on Sports, we'll start with our award-winning Rapid Fire,
Let's hope they don't suck because Willie's
followed by a new section of the show called Dropping It Off. You're listening to High
dropping
on
off?
Sports.
The soothing sound of